Okay, welcome to my Universal Afterglow Brothers headset PS3 setup. This is for this headset. This is to set it up essentially, and to make sure that it actually works. Okay, so first you will need three components. You will need a USB cable. So make sure you have something like this. USB cable. Next thing you should have is this little plug-in, or these plugins, or whatever they're called, because I don't know the correct terminology for these ports. Make sure you have something like this. And finally, you want to have the cable. Now, I'm currently using the PS2 cable. I'm not sure if this is the same or somewhat different than the PS3 one, but make sure you have something like this, something that looks very, very similar. So as you can tell, the cable down here, and these little plugins, white, yellow, and red. So it should pretty much be like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, perfect. So now let's get on to the actual plugins here. For me, personally, it doesn't really matter which one you put in first, as long as you put them in the correct order, it should be totally fine. So I want to start off with the USB first. So the USB down here, plug this USB into one of the ports. Now if you currently have something like, let's say we have a USB taking up slot 1, plug it into slot 2. If you have something plugged into slot 2, plug it into slot 1. And if you have nothing like mine's, it doesn't matter which one you plug it into as long as you plug it into one of them. So for me, I'm going to do slot 1. Alright, perfect. Fits like a glove. Okay, the next thing you will need is the plugins, as I was saying. And I will refer to them as plugins until someone corrects me, I guess, or until the video is done. So again, the little plugins with this little socket hole down here. So all you want to do is essentially plug in the needle into the hole. As simple as it sounds. Perfect. Now the final thing you want to do is you want to essentially plug in the cable onto the back part. So let me move the PS3 to show you guys. Okay, so as you can tell, the cable, plug it into, I'd say the second port. Yeah, the second port should be ideal. So plug it in down here, because it's a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These two should be occupied. You might even have a third one down here too. So plug it into the second one. If you plug it into any of the other ones and it doesn't fit, then it's not going to work, obviously. So again, make sure that you really plug it into the second one, because this is probably the most important part. Okay, speaking of which, I kind of lied. This is the most important part, actually, the TV setup itself. So again, simply just match the colors. So red goes with red, and white goes with white. And obviously there's none for yellow, because that's how it should be. So to recap, we should have the USB on one of the USB ports down here. Let me just actually move this real quickly. So we should have the USB cable down here. Can't really see it. If you can't really see it, it is what it is, but it's in there for sure. You want to make sure you have the plugins like this, and make sure that the things are connected by the cable. So it should be 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so this is the tricky part. And I say this because some of you guys might have different TVs. You guys might even have TVs that are the same as mine's. What is that, an LG TV? Or a similar one. So make sure you do research first, and you know where to plug in all 3 of these colors into the thing. Because sometimes, again, if they're different, they might have different slots. Like for instance, red might be down here, yellow might be down here. It might kind of be in different orders, but as long as you put them into the one that usually fits when you play your PS3 on a particular TV that you play, it should be good to go. So we're just going to simply follow the instructions down here, and it should be good to go. And I guess take a shot every time I say good to go. Of water, obviously. I don't want you guys to be like drinking beer and that kind of stuff. So again, yellow should be on green, or the first slot, and white should be on white, and red should be on red. So to recap, red, white, and green. Perfect. Okay, now we're going to turn on the PS3, and we're going to complete the setup by manually setting up the headset. Okay, make sure your cables don't snap too, because sometimes it could happen. So now turn on the PS3, and when you turn on the PS3 you will finally notice that the USB down here will glow momentarily. Make sure it fits. While that fits, turn on your headset too. Perfect, look at that. Okay. Now, I'm not going to be showing this anymore because my mic is dead and the cushions are pretty much gone, so it's kind of useless, but I digress. And as you can tell, there's like a little green light glowing. You can't really see in the video though, but I assure you that it works. Okay, so if everything works perfectly, that's wonderful. Now you want to go on to settings. So go to settings. Let me move this really quickly so you can see. Sorry about that. Go to accessory. So again, accessory. So again, setting, accessory. Where's accessory? Down here. And then you want to go to audio device setting. So pretty much if everything works, your input and output device should automatically be set to Afterglow. So pretty much what I mean is, before your TV would be something like this. It would say like do not use in system because it doesn't detect a headset. So if everything works according to plan, your PS3 settings should automatically be configured. So I kind of lied to you in that aspect. It's not manually set it, it's automatically set it. So it should pretty much be like this. If it isn't, make sure you set it on something like this. And the input, if the input is set to like this, the output should pretty much be set down there too. And now you can start talking. So pull out your microphone and start talking. And if it doesn't work, try pressing this little button down here, because sometimes you might mute yourself, or sometimes it might be muted and whatnot. You know, this will help fix the audio thing. And if everything works, also this thing should be glowing too. Again, my mic is dead, so it doesn't work. This thing should be glowing, or this thing should light up, and you should see the little volume bar go up and down, meaning that your microphone and headset and everything else works. If it doesn't work, I advise you to go online or watch other videos. I know people have done it with more views than me, so watch their video too. And this is pretty much the same format as my old video, the one that I probably did, albeit a little bit longer and less professional as this. So yeah, if it doesn't work, again, go online, rewatch the video, make sure you have similar or correct parts, and everything should be good to go.